Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Brewmaster here with what I hope is going to be another great ale review. Tonight I have for you something from the Hardywood Brewing Company. This is their Reserve Series Farmhouse Pumpkin Ale. Now Hardywood, or Hardywood Park Craft Brewery, was started by two friends in 2011, and I believe it was just about 10 years before that I think it was 2001 if I remember correctly, they were in Australia and they came to a crossroads sort of craft brewing, or not craft brewing, but craft ale serving establishment of some sort, and it was Hardywood Park was the name of the place, and so they've named the brewery after that. Like I said, they started in October 2011 with their brewery, so it's a fairly young brewery, but they seem to be doing pretty well so far. This one comes in at 8.5% ABV and 21 IBUs. Let's see, Beer Advocate gives it an 89% overall, and the bros have not tried it. Rate Beer gives it a 76% overall and an 87 for the style. So pretty good ratings, nice solid B pluses. Let's see, Hardywood Park is out of Richmond, Virginia. They use fresh pumpkins sourced from Grandma's Pumpkins, and they're Virginia sugar pumpkins. If you don't know what those are, they're a small, I believe normally pie-making pumpkin. They're known for being a little bit sweeter than normal. Brewed in the style of the farmhouse ales of Belgian southern countryside, Hardywood Farmhouse Pumpkin utilizes a blend of rye, wheat, and barley in the grain bill, earthy flavoring hops, and a classic Saison yeast. Ripe, flame-roasted Virginia sugar pumpkins and brown sugar provide this beer with a hearty backbone. Freshly ground Ceylon cinnamon, whole Grenada nutmeg, whole Madagascar clove, and whole allspice harmonize with pounds of freshly sliced ginger root. Eric McKay and Patrick Murtaugh are the two founders. Let me see. There was something else about some of the ingredients were organic that I read. Let me see here. So, by the way, it is a Wallonian-style farmhouse ale, which is a region in Belgium. Let's see here. Something I know was pumpkin spice came from CF Sour. Okay, here's little notes on the ingredients. It's almost all locally sourced. Sugar pumpkins came from Grandma's Pumpkins in Midlothian, Virginia. Peruvian organic ginger came from Elmwood Thompson's local market in Carytown. Pumpkin pie spice came from CF Sour right here right around the corner from Hardywood. Whole Ceylon cinnamon, whole Grenada nutmeg, and whole Madagascar cloves and whole allspice came from Penzies Spices in Carytown. All are local Richmond businesses. So that's pretty awesome. They're trying to source as much as they can locally, which I always promote. You gotta support your local businesses. Those are the people that you're gonna see every day, and those are the people's lives that you can most easily directly impact, I feel. And if you can do that in a positive way, why not? Let's see if the bottle has anything else. I don't think so. Pour slowly into a stem glass, savor at 40 degrees, and this is right about that. Maybe this might be 45, so it's pretty close. Now, this was given to me by a friend. He wanted me to review it. Let me see if I have a coin here somewhere, because I really don't want to damage this if I can avoid it. I may never get another cap again. I'm going to try a guitar pick. I don't know that that'll help at all, but we'll see. It might give it a little bit of a spacer. So I think it helped. Yeah, indeed it did. Not much of a dent there. Nice Hardywood cap, which I will be keeping. Like I said, I don't know that I'll ever get anything from these guys again. This was a gift. Thank you, Richard. It's a good friend of mine, and he wanted to help promote my channel. And I did a little work on some computer work for him, trying to build him a new computer. It didn't turn out to work correctly in the end. We still have some work to do, but he brought me this kind of as a payment because I wouldn't accept any monetary payment, and I was pretty thankful for it. Let's get a pour and see what this one looks like. I can smell the spices from here, especially cinnamon and nutmeg. Now I will say, I am not always a giant fan of pumpkin beers. Some I really like, and some I hate. So I'm hoping this is the former, because, like I said, it was a gift from a friend, and I don't want to give a bad review to a gift, especially. But I must remain honest to you guys. I'm not ever gonna tell you I like a beer just because of its brand, or because of a friend gave it to me, or because a fan of my channel sent it to me. I'm never gonna do that. If you guys hear a bad review of a beer, it's not, you know, I'm not putting down anyone who gave me that beer, or who generously gifted me with something to help further my channel. I'm never ever belittling that, and I'm always very thankful for anybody that gives me a gift. But I've got to be honest with you guys, always. You know, I feel like if I just give everything a great review, then you can't trust what I say. You know, I've got to tell you, if I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you that. So hopefully this is not the case with this one. I just wanted to put that out there because I'm not a fan of all pumpkin ales. Hopefully this one is different. Let's get a nose and see what it smells like. Lots of cinnamon right off the bat. Nutmeg for sure. The nutmeg makes my mouth water. I like a good pumpkin ale. I like there to be cinnamon in it, but I really like a nutmeg forward sort of a spice. It's smoother. It just gives it a, I don't know, there's a warmer sort of a taste to me than the cinnamon. Cinnamon is just, it's just like a sharp spike in the taste that sometimes it's just overwhelming for me. There's a little bit of a caramel sort of a smell. A little light biscuity smell. Only about a finger of head. Nice, pretty much white, very foamy, creamy head. Very thick. Now, they use the Saison yeast, and I'm a huge fan of Belgian styles. Farmhouse ales are delicious, one of my favorites. And I do get a little bit of that yeasty funk from the smell. A little bit of a clove, a little banana. Maybe even just a tad bit of that bubblegummy kind of a aroma. Let's go ahead and get a taste and see what this one tastes like. Very bright, almost light amber, dark golden color. Whoa. Little gnat. Well, let me get one more sip here. Well done, Hardywood. Everything that is described is here. It is a Saison, I believe, honestly. It is a Saison style ale. It is true to that style. It has the banana, that slight clove bitterness. It has hints of that bubblegum. It has that light, sort of an effervescent almost, sort of a mouthfeel. Lots of malt character in there. That Belgian golden ale, Saison, that really nice bready yeastiness. But it also has the nutmeg. In my opinion, just the right amount of cinnamon. It's not overpowering or overwhelming that it kills the rest of the flavor. I think that's the only reason I like it. I mean, I'm a huge fan of cinnamon in just about everything else. It's just that when they put it in a beer, I just think that, I don't know, some breweries need to learn some what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, some control over the portion they use. I think that a lot of times the amount, like they'll put some in to the mash tun, or they'll put some into the brew kettle while the beer is boiling during the, your hour or 2 hours of boil, whichever, however you're doing it. And I think they'll taste it and they'll think it's fine, but I think cinnamon just comes out more and more over time, and you just really have to watch. I think cinnamon is something people need to be careful with, because it's definitely something that is usable and can be delicious in an ale, but it can be overpowering. And they've done this right. I mean, I can taste all those Saison characteristics. I can still taste the malt. I can still taste the nutmeg. That slight sweet caramel sort of a taste from the malt. It's all coming through. This is a very very complex ale. No head retention to speak of. Some light lacing. This all comes through very Belgian-y, but with those pumpkin and pumpkin pie spices. Wow, this is really, really good. I just love Belgian styles, and to take a Belgian style and to mix it with those with the pumpkin flavors and do that just right, I think that took a bit of ingenuity on their part. I honestly figured with it being a Saison and, well, using Saison yeast and some traditional Belgian ingredients and then adding some for the pumpkin ale, I honestly wondered how it would mix, if they could pull it off and come through with something like this, and they really, really did. Some people may not like it because they may want more pumpkin or more spice. Some people may not like as much spice, but I think honestly, as much spice as they have, I think they needed that much. If they hadn't used as much, it would have just the yeast profile from the Saison yeast would have just come through blaringly, and wouldn't have left you much pumpkin. So people would have been angry there. More spices, and it would have killed the Saison taste, and wouldn't have been what was proposed by the bottle and by the description, and the Wallonian farmhouse style, and it would have just been a really spicy, sort of a Christmas ale. I think they got a really, really nice balance between the two. You can taste all those flavors. I have to give this beer an A. I'm going to have to go ahead and give this beer a 95 rating. It's really, really good. I love how well they mixed this, how well the styles went together. And I seriously came in skeptical. I didn't think that it was going to pull it off. I thought it might be okay, but it's pretty much phenomenal. This is a good ale. Please, guys, if you see this, they're probably disappearing for the season, and you won't see them again until next year, if it was popular enough to redo. If you get a chance, pick one up. I think this. I honestly think this would age well. Also, I don't know how the cinnamon and spices would do after a year or two, but it's at 8.5%. You could put this in your cellar for a couple of years if you had it at the right temperatures. And I think it would probably that Saison yeast would come through a little more. It would develop more Belgian character, which in my opinion would just make it better. So if you guys see it, please try it. I don't think you'll be disappointed unless you just really don't like pumpkin ales. Like I said, I'm going to have to rate this a 95. Very, very good. Please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I've been Brewmaster. You guys have a wonderful evening. Cheers.